he was unable to transfer the rest of money. Not Cartel's problem. You should take the money, fly go America, give it to him, man. In no business. It is contract, and every contract that is signed has 2 lawyers, one for the promoter and one for the artist, and they both agree and sign to it. So if you breach, you can, and what he's saying now on media, he can be sued for it. Now, but look, all right, but look on Beenie Man. Beenie Man was not relevant before Cartel went to prison, and look how Beenie Man a tour all the way, the king of dancehall tour. He might make millions now, and Beenie Man not charge money.
I don't want the man them get Sizzler Kangji thing twisted here.
Blessed day, my people. So in today's video, we're going to talk about Jacko, which is the Trinidad promoter. Him basically get a warning about speaking on Vybz Cartel and wanting back the money, as he could be possibly breaching the contract. So you don't know, because he might come out and say some little things. Yeah, man, he might get a little warning right now and stuff like that. Also, the promoter still want back his money, and him also urge Vybz Cartel and Sizzler Kangji for do the right thing, you understand, for make things right and stuff like that. So we see an article and we're going to talk about it. Also, we're going to talk about dancehall artist Squash, who is now in some bigger problems based on an update that came out yesterday. Of course, you know Squash is currently behind bars and stuff like that. So, may I give you that update there. Also, Beenie Man ex-woman and his child's mother, Tomlinson, she revealed a new man to the public yesterday, my people, and you don't know what heap of people react to it and thing is it. Also, Sizzler Kangji gets defended by popular dancer Sadiki the Snowman, and this comes after Sizzler was being bashed because they must say him did want the same money where Cartel did get on them thing, you see me. Sadiki not like what I go on, so him have some little things to get off of him chest. Also, Beenie Man fee reportedly leaked to the public, and you not gonna believe where them same actually charge per show, so you need to stick around. Also, we're gonna talk about Shensia, Beenie Man and Vybz Cartel among others, who are now set to demolish Summer Jam Festival, and also Buju Banton makes a shocking announcement as it relates to his upcoming dancehall album. So before I'm gonna further into the topics, don't forget to like this video, don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, and click the notification bell, put it on all, that way you can get notified when I post a new video. So the first thing we're going to talk about is Jacko Entertainment being warned as it relates to speaking about Vybz Cartel and wanting back the money. Now, a discussion was being held this morning over on TikTok Zine, and you don't know, they matter about a lot of things, and it's like they must say the promoter is now breaching the contract by coming out and speaking about wanting back the money from Vybz Cartel and thing. But also I gotta read the article because Sizzla is also being urged to send back the money as well. Anyway, my people, the promoter get a warning now, say, him need to be careful because Vybz Cartel can file a lawsuit against him and stuff like that. You see, my people? Now, I do not know whether or not that is true. I just giving you the information as it's out there, or the discussion was being, done on TikTok and thing. But anyway, my people, make we get to this video clip. You can tell more anything if you don't feel like the promoter, for stop talking about Cartel now and just call it a loss, because some people say, look, brother, the money that $950,000 the way you pay Vybz Cartel or where you say you pay Cartel, just call it a loss. But you don't feel like one man I got just stand that loss. That's a lot of money, people.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to say something. In a contractual agreement with an artist, a builder, or anybody, one of the things, going in Cartel's position, one of the things that would have been in the contract is, if I charge you $1 million, can you guarantee that I will get my ticket sale maximum sold? Ticket sale would be like 12 million. And I say to you, yes, I can get you at least 10 million of that ticket sold. And we signed to that. So when we signed to that, I am guaranteed my money because I said to you that I will sell $10 million worth of tickets. Now, upon the money is hold, as I said before, it's not transferred directly to Cartel, but it is set that as a paid out to Cartel. It is hold in an account. During the process of the ticket sale, they are watching the ticket sales. He himself will have to promote the ticket sales. Closer to the concert, they will realize that the tickets have been sold. Then they will transfer that money to his account, even before the show. So he will evidently see that the money is in his account. If you then agree that you'll pay him in 2 parts, 80% before the ticket sale, and upon the sale of the ticket, you'll give him the next 20%. If you forfeited that agreement in a business, what caused it to be forfeited? You would have automatically breached that contract, and then he has no responsibility of even holding any argument with you about refund or anything like that, because he holds you to the black and white, which is on the paper. So even if the government is the reason why he was unable to transfer the some money, not Cartel's problem. You should take the money, fly go America, give it to him, man. In no business. It is contract, and every contract that is signed has 2 lawyers, one for the promoter and one for the artist. And they both agree and sign to it. So if you breach, you can, and what he's saying now on media, he can be sued for it, because you would have already have a contractual agreement stating the pros and the cons, the do's and the don'ts. So he will have
but
to
the man not say not much, so we have to.
No, listen. He is asking for return of fund. You cannot do that when you have a contract. If you're going to ask for return of fund, what you need to do is to call the person on the phone with him team and say, can we have a meeting? In that meeting, you bring your attorney. You said to him, I understand that we have this agreement, and I stand that I err. I'm asking you, please, out of the kindness of your heart, you have some person who are asked to refund because of the negligence that I caused. Is there any way you can help us? So no, you are now begging. And and to be honest, may I come to you, General? To be honest, if Cartel say yes, and him lawyer say no, Cartel can't go behind his lawyer, because the lawyer is the one who have the legal binding to the contract. Because the lawyer has to get 25%.
Yep. The lawyer defend 25%.
Okay. So it is way beyond Cartel.
What he can do is that if he can reschedule the show, that is more a reasonable way for
exactly
for say you
the money.
Can't say you want the money.
Exactly.
But maybe people not go and go now.
No, people go. Because if Cartel come out and say, look, I apologize for what happened the other day. It was not my fault. It was the promoter's fault. But yeah, what? Me I come at Trinidad the 23rd of July. People get the money. I'm ready for come. In good. Even if I have 2 nights a concert.
2 nights. All right.
Yeah,
go ahead.
It's not Cartel fault. And the worst thing about it that if you have an agreement on the contract say
very rude. Not very rude.
And if the contract even say you can the promoter give highlights say you can come in with weed or liquor etc. and the government stop you, then the contract has been breached.
Yes. Yeah. It takes nothing to breach a contract in some simple little something that is out of your control. So that is why you have to be careful when you're doing a contract. You have to check out all the pros and the cons first before you sign it. Get all the different organizations, what they stand for, what are the opportunities that you have as a promoter before you sign the contract, because you will lose millions.
Because what this promoter did before, if you get the green light, say Cartel want that concert in a Trinidad, then you shall reach out to the government first and see what he can with the government, or he can get through the government, then bring to the table afterwards.
All right, you Justin.
Yeah, my people. So we're gonna think. Wanna feel like say, it would have been different if him go some woman call Vybz Cartel and stuff like that. Cause remember him and Cartel, are childhood friends or whatever it may be. And since we move on to the whole friendship part here, the promoter, him still await my people. Him still await upon him money. And like me say a while ago, nobody now go just make 950k go down the drain just like that. But anyway, make we get to this article that was written, and only can tell me anything about this in the comment section, alright? So the story is saying, one Caribbean meltdown, promoter urges Cartel and Sizzla to make it right. Promoter Odain Anderson is still appealing to Cartel, Sizzla, Malidan and Mali for fairness in the wake of the failed One Caribbean Music Festival. In an exclusive interview, he said Cartel is like a brother after growing up together in Portmore, admitted that both he and the DJ let fans down. Cartel recent public criticism, he says, was gut-wrenching watching, but his priority now is doing right by the people, and he hopes Cartel will join him. As for the other artists who withdraw at the last minute, Anderson urges them to settle this so the people don't continue to suffer. He claims that after Cartel pulled out, Sizzla demanded the 1.3 million fee to become the new headliner, an amount Anderson refuses because Sizzla had already agreed to a lower figure and had been paid accordingly. On refunds, Anderson says the team sincerely hopes to issue full refunds, but we're in a deep financial hole and will need partial or full repayments from artists and agencies who were paid but did not perform. The festival is now under investigation by Trinidad Finance Minister Davenjanat Tanko after Anderson revealed that Cartel contracted fee was 1.35 million off, which US 950,000 had already been paid. Anderson maintains that all disbursements are legal and traceable. So yeah, my people, when you hear what him say, everybody will never perform that night, and we have to remember say one person did perform and our chronic law, and so it go. So everybody, I hope they make things right. So we're gonna watch and see. People, I know this gone like 1 week and add now, but I don't think it will be, stop talk about just like that, because we don't know. All the political things is being said. We even say the ticket outlet say them I think both do some form of lawsuit as well. So I don't know, my people. What I really feel like them should have do is just reschedule the show, even though it's easier said than done. But that would have been the best thing to do. But anyway, my people, let me know anything about this in the comment section. Next thing we're going to talk about is Sizzler Kangji being defended by popular dancer Sadiki the Snowman. You see, my people? And him feel like so all people at this Sizzler as a man where up all righteousness in a dancehall, you see me? And him feel like say Sizzla are one of the last man them right now where up all righteousness. So them for careful when them speak on him, and you don't know people did a bash Sizzla because it is said him did want the money where Cartel did a request and stuff like that. So listen what Sadiki have to say to the people them.
I don't want the man them get Sizzler Kangji thing twisted here. That. No, not talk about the king here, brother. The only man where hold up righteousness and positive thing at Jamaica. Talk highly about Sizzla. Him deserve.
Yeah, man. Big up Sizzla still, I remember Sizzla, they come out the other day and clarify, say, not go saying about. It kind of seem like maybe some people don't really believe him. Some people think that's the real reason why him actually pull out, is it? But anyway, Sizzla did also keep a little thing for the people over the weekend and stuff like that, is it? Anyway, let me know anything about this in the comment section. Next thing we're going to talk about is dancehall artist Squash and some update that we're getting. And people, based on the update what me I say, and like certain things that people are say it not look good for the entertainer, you understand? Even though I am not an attorney, so we can't predict what's going to happen, but make we get into this story. So it says US feds targeted Squash as the leader of a transnational gang. Federal authorities in the United States say dancehall artist Squash is the leader of a transnational criminal organization. The accusation forms part of the file prepared on the 32-year-old Jamaican whose given name is Andre Maurice Whitaker. Squash has until August 26 this year to accept a plea deal and avoid a September trial. Federal officials in the United States appear to have Squash in a difficult position. The artist was arrested on February 24th this year during a traffic stop in Miami. He was hit with gun-related charges after a modified Glock pistol was found in the passenger side of the glove compartment in the vehicle he was traveling in. Squash pleaded not guilty to illegal possession of a modified weapon and possession of a concealed weapon without a permit. On May the 15th, federal prosecutors sealed a criminal complaint against Squash. Weeks later, on May the 27th, the Six Boss was given a trial date after his attorneys had filed about 24 motions and notices. That's when the feds swooped in, telling the judge in Miami of their intention to take over the case. The fed says Squash is known to the law enforcement as an active member and leader of a transnational criminal organization that engages in various forms of criminal activity. They say the file on him dates back to 2017 when he was issued a tourist visa to enter the United States. Squash entered the US on May 8, 2019 and left 2 days later. According to the court documents, his first run-in with the law in the US occurred in 2023. At the time, Squash and 2 others were pulled over by officials from Broward Sheriff Office during the traffic stop. It was discovered Squash had entered the US illegally on January 20th, 2021 without being inspected at any checkpoint. The authorities were told by an informant that Squash had entered the US illegally via the border. Apparently, Squash, the so-called leader of the G-City gang, fled Jamaica after the gang became embroiled in a deadly feud with rival gang. The Fed said that conflict began in St. James and split onto the streets of Florida. Squash was handed over to Immigration and Custom Enforcement ICE, where he was detained for nearly 2 months awaiting removal proceedings. The removal proceedings remain pending, but Squash was released on bond after he and an American citizen got married while he was in detention. The Fed said that same woman is the one who bought one of the 2 tools that Squash was held with after a traffic stop in late February this year. The FBI say they have probable cause for Squash to be charged with being an illegal alien in possession of a tool and unlawful possession of a machine gun. Both charges carry maximum sentences of 10 years in prison, which could be extended to a mandatory minimum of 15 years in prison. If there are 3 prior convictions, there's also the strong possibility of deportation if convicted. For the time being, Squash remains a guest of the Federal Bureau of Prisons at the Miami Detention Center. Come September the 2nd, USA versus Whitaker gets underway in the Southern District of Florida. If Squash wants to avoid going to trial, he has until August the 26th to enter a plea agreement with the government. So people, what do you think Squash are going to do for avoid trial? Boy, oh boy. You know, plea deal. I don't know. We're gonna feel like you might forgot snitch. And for those of you who don't know what transnational gang mean, it mean, you know, it might move like, you know, illegal drugs between countries. Is it kind of similar to like you know, what a brother the name Pablo Escobar, you know, them type of people. So I don't know, I do this on them people. But any of my people, let me know anything about this in the comment section. Next thing we're going to talk about is Beenie Man, you know, fee reportedly being leaked to the public. And this was during the same discussion on TikTok, you understand? Then it actually talk about how much money Beenie Man make off a show or how much him get booked for compared to Vybz Cartel and how much show Beenie Man would have to do in order for make just the amount of Vybz Cartel make off a one show, you understand? Man, them say Vybz Cartel, you know, deal with this thing like a business, while Beenie Man kind of treat it like a hobby or something like that, you understand? I think something like that them say. But nevertheless, I could get to that clip here. Only can tell me if you agree with what they are saying and also if you believe that's the amount Beenie Man charge for a show. Listen this.
Before Cartel get released, you know what promoter was charging dancer artists for? And after he get released, so much dance artists get right enough for money.
No, but look, alright, but look on Beenie Man. Beenie Man was not relevant before Cartel went to prison. And look how Beenie Man a tour all with the king of dancehall tour. He might make millions now, and Beenie Man now charge more than $200,000 for a show.
But he can charge more.
He has the ability.
But Beenie Man work for the money still, you know. He's that type of artist. I listen to him for like £15. You know,
yeah, man, that man go past stage over free, man.
Sheffield. Beenie Man work for the money. He's just love him to come to places.
Alright, you're the difference. You're the difference. You're the difference with Beenie Man and Cartel. Vybz Cartel is doing this as a business. Beenie Man do it as a hustle.
But these are rich artists anyway.
No, look at it.
These are rich artists anyway.
No, they are rich. Hustle make money, you know.
Yeah.
When you're hustling, anything you get to take and you're moving on.
All around.
When you do a business, you have contractual agreements.
Yeah.
So that's the difference. Alright, Beenie Man will do 5 shows. Beenie Man will do 5 stage show and don't make 500,000 US. And Cartel do 1 show and make 1.5 million US. Look at the difference.
Exactly. And out of them 5 shows, Beenie Man do 2 maybe free.
Exactly.
But I'm gonna ask you a question, like you're very knowledgeable. Identify Cartel then. Let me know. Identify Cartel and Beenie Man.
In terms of?
Like a popular name. Like if
All
we're
right.
there somewhere. All right, 1 second. All right, so with Australia, identify Cartel for me.
All right, let me tell you. Beenie Man.
Yeah,
Beenie Man is way, 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 way more popular than Cartel
you're smart then.
in the world.
You can identify Beenie Man.
Yes, because
He
Beenie Man
have,
has been
he
coming
have a
from
music. He have something where you can identify him by.
But
The Zim Zimmer. But sometimes.
outside of that, popularity doesn't always mean that you carry the clout. You're popular because you go everywhere and people hear you and you have some song out there. But
We're
you know,
friendly to where kids can, where everybody know, like majority.
exactly.
Because you know, me that place I work.
Cartel, well, Cartel. You see, there's a difference between popular and famous. Cartel is famous.
Yeah.
Beenie Man is popular. The man who is famous, you only hear about him, but you don't know nothing about him. So when the opportunity come for you hear about him, everybody are push because who wants to know who this man is.
And that man can't walk no free.
That promoter get red dot get. No.
The Cartel go to a bank in a something there, memories for our country. And I said, that rope is locked, like work done. Everybody want to take picture of the man. People on the counter want jump over and take picture of the man. The man is there.
Yeah, my people, so that about 30-something million Jamaican for a show. But either way, still, big up Beenie Man, isn't it? A man never say about free show and him something there. We still have to big up Beenie Man, because he's a man not saying Vybz Kartel I love dancehall or I love the music, but Beenie Man, him love the music on a level, you know. Them man then have the problem of the free show. Not saying Vybz Kartel wouldn't do it, but man, you know, some people just deal with the music thing different, you see me? Even Bunty stays as well. So, you know, that. Anyway, let me know anything about this in the comment section. And since we're talking about Beenie Man, Beenie Man's ex and his child's mother, Crystal Tomlinson, you don't know, she make a revelation yesterday and a lot of persons are react to it, you understand? Now remember, since she and Beenie Man departed, you know, you see me? We obviously see Beenie Man with, I don't remember what she name. Him woman, you understand? Camille, yeah. And now, at the first time where I say Crystal, you know, post a man on her page and thing. You get my people. So she posts like a little video with like a photo with she and a man or something like that. I think it's like multiple photos was there as a matter of fact. But one, she and a man there, couldn't see him face or anything. But nevertheless, all the people react to it and thing, you see me? She also wrote a caption saying, "What I thought could never be, with you it so easily is. To the man who hold her, protect her, and waters her so well. Thank you for keeping your word, for reaching beneath her armor and holding her gently, for being a soft and safe place to land, for loving her without condition, for handling her with care. She found him whom her soul loves. She held him and would not let him go." And she says Songs of Solomon 3 verse 4 or whatever it may be, is it? And you don't know, well, if people are comment as a congratulations and you know them love this fair and all of these things. Is it, my people? Yeah, man. Well, if a congratulations to the point me did I wonder if I engage to her or something like that. But me not see nothing where say I engage. Me just feel like she just reveal say she in a committed relationship right now. Is it? Anyway, my people, let me know anything about this in the comment section. So the next thing we're gonna talk about is Shensia, Beenie Man among others, who are set to take over Summer Jam Festival. You see, my people. So make we get into this story that's coming from World Music Views. So it's a dancehall can't stall. Vybz Kartel, Beenie Man and Shensia front Summer Jam Festival. Dancehall is in yet another reminiscence era, and this summer it's taking over one of Europe's biggest reggae stages, Summer Jam Festival 2025 in Cologne, Germany. From July the 4th, the 38th staging of Summer Jam is shaping up to be a historic one. Reggae icons like Morgan Heritage, Third World, Junior Kelly and Etana will grace the stage, but the spotlight belongs to dancehall, and three of its biggest forces, Vybz Kartel, Beenie Man, and Shenseea, for the first time in over 20 years, Vybz Kartel will perform in Europe, headlining Summer Jam in what many are calling the genre's defining comeback moment. When he was imprisoned in 2011, fans said dancehall was locked away with him. Kartel wasn't just an artist, he was a cultural movement. From selling out Clarks to popularizing cake soap, his influence shaped not just music but fashion, slang, and identity. Now freshly released, he returns to reclaim the crown. Yet the European stage hasn't always been kind to Jamaican acts. Promoter Julian Francisco Garcia Mancebo recently argued on the Yardman podcast that reggae may be going extinct in Europe, blaming a lack of adaptability from top-tier Jamaican artists. He pointed to high fees and large entourages such as Beres Hammond's 19-person team as barriers to booking artists sustainably on the continent. Grammy winner Buju Banton fired back, no more exploitation boss. In 2019, Banton reportedly earned €150,000 for his own Summer Jam appearance, a testament to the value artists bring. But the conversation exposed ongoing tensions between value and access, and who truly gets to benefit from Caribbean culture in the European market. Dancehall has long lived in reggae shadow, seen as its rebellious cousin, but its impact is unmistakable. From Rihanna and Drake to Ed Sheeran, Shape of You, the second most streamed song in Spotify history, dancehall rhythms are woven into global pop. And it's not just the icons over the past decade. Artists like Popcorn, Spice, Alkaline, Massacre, Skeng, TJ, Skillibeng, Valiant, and Shenseea have kept the flame alive. TikTok has made the sound more accessible than ever. Case in point, Shake It to the Max remix featuring Molly, Silent Addy, Shenseea, and Skillibeng, which is now charting in the US and Canada. So when Cartel touches the mic at Summer Jam 2025, flanked by the Dr. Beenie Man and global breakout star Shenseea, it's not just a show, it's a cultural movement, a declaration. Dancehall can't stall. Yeah, my people. So it's a good look still, is it? Yeah, man. Let me know anything about this in the comment section. So the next thing we're going to talk about is Buju Banton revealing that him have an upcoming dancehall album. You see, my people. So make we get into this story so we understand what's going on. So it's a Buju Banton announces upcoming dancehall album during interview at BET Awards. Reggae and dancehall icon Buju Banton announced the release of a dancehall album he's working on during an interview at the BET Awards last evening. While host Lauren LaRosa was interviewing Nigerian superstar Spinal, the atmosphere shifted when Buju Banton arrived on the scene. Spotting the Jamaican legend, Spinal briefly stepped away from his interview to greet Buju. LaRosa, seizing the opportunity, invited Buju to join the conversation, where he shared that his next project will be a dancehall album slated for release in late August or early September 2025. Buju said this one is for the ladies, but once the girl them bubble and wind up themselves. Dancehall is for dance, and we're bringing back the energy. Known best for his conscious reggae classics like Destiny, Buju placed a pause on his dancehall roots to embrace more uplifting content. La Rosa, thrilled by the announcement, extended to open invitation for Buju to appear on the Breakfast Club after the album release. Meanwhile, in true Buju fashion, the artist, who was at the BET Awards, sporadically went live during the ceremony, giving fans a first-hand experience of what was happening at the event. Yeah, my people. So fans them can look out for Buju new album or upcoming album, should I say, dancehall album. Anyway, my people, thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bless upon yourself until I drop the next video. I'm out.